Alright guys, we're playing a new type of concept of a deck, and I quite like the concept of this deck, but I don't think it's really tier 1 or really good in general. Like it's not like it's really not good. But I will say it's definitely interesting to think about. Now there are Nocturne. This is Scout Nightfall, by the way. Now there are Nocturne decks, like the original, there's the original Nightfall deck that is actually good. Like I lied. I mean, one of my last videos, like I believe it was the Diana Leona one, I said that Nightfall is just bad, right? But it's not. It's only bad if you play it wrong. A lot of people play it like an aggro deck, like an actual aggro deck. That's not how you play it. That's Cooler Facing, by the way. But yeah, that's not how you play the deck. That deck, the original Nightfall deck, so like with the full Nightfall synergy type stuff, if you play it right, if you play it as like passive aggro, where you just play like very passively, you play just for your level up, you play very smart, then you can get it. I will say it's definitely because people aren't playing it right. I can actually happily say that. It's kind of interesting that I can say that. Now this deck was a deck I made a little bit ago, before I found out that you can just play that deck, the original Nightfall deck can play it well. That was before that, right? Now, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could actually play that deck, but before I did know that, I made this deck. And this deck was just supposed to be like, well, I want to get my Nocturne to level up fast, and I want to make sure to kill him fast. So I put all this different rally stuff in. I put the Demacia package, the Quinn package, and I just mixed it with the Nocturne package. Put a little bit of, I put Genevieve Elmhorn here, make it nice and good. Super annoying and stuff, right? And that's just what I did, right? And I felt like it was a good idea, and I still do feel like it's a good idea, right? So I mean, I'll say it's great. Like it's a great idea. Like, but at the same time, I feel like it would only really work if this had like a couple more cards that were really good with Nightfall. That's when I've sort of had good synergy with like rally effects, right? I feel like a lot of times this deck kind of falls flat because you need more Nightfall cards. So I basically ran every Nightfall card I possibly could. I even ran the bad ones, okay? You know the bad one I'm talking about, the big one. You know that one. I ran the bad ones too because I'm like, okay, I mean, I got it right. Now I'm looking right here for a Nightfall. Okay, Grizzly Ranger is actually fine. Considering I was looking for a Nightfall card here. I was looking for either Nightfall or I was looking for like honestly Grizzly Ranger would be fine either way. So I mean, I think this is fine. But guys, tell me how this deck is. It's new technically because I haven't tested it very much. But tell me how you like the deck when you play it. In the description and in the comments is a link to this deck, by the way. Now his deck is going to be a little bit hard to beat. Just a little bit hard to beat. But I think I can do it. If I just get in a lot of damage, even while his stuff is getting buffed. Right? Wait, will this work? Let me try this. I haven't like seen a lot of stuff with Fury, but will this work? Oh, it will. Okay. Okay. I didn't know that would work. Because I guess he has to survive while defeating it, right? Because when I kill a unit, it's like kind of like Fiora, where when you survive, it activates. I wonder how the dragon concept will be when Shyvana comes out. Like when Shyvana comes out, I wonder what she'll do as well. I wonder what Shyvana will do. I imagine she'll like, I don't know, transform into a dragon at her evolved form. At her evolved form, she'll transform into a dragon. Maybe she'll do extra damage or something. Guessing it'll maybe have to do with something like Fury. She'll have Fury, and she will probably do something with Dragon Synergy. She'll have probably a lot of Dragon Synergy. And I bet you that she will have... I think Grizzly Ranger here is fine. But I think she will probably have a lot of interesting synergies. I think she might just have like area effect damage, maybe. I was assuming maybe that. Maybe she'll have area effect damage because her E in League is basically like I believe it's her E, right? Yeah, I believe it's her E. It's in her evolved like dragon form. It's like a big area that does damage and stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. That could be interesting. Like that could be interesting. I think a good play right here is going to be Grizzly Ranger plus Nightfall. Plus Crescent Guard. That'll be pretty good. Now he has a full hand, which means he probably has a clunky hand, right? Like a clunky one. You use that. Okay. Interesting. Interesting that I used that card. I use Crescent Guardian here though. And then I will sort of just full swing here. And I guess I will just pull this one. Actually, no. No, actually, no. I'll pull this one here. Yeah. I want him to be at the end of chain, so that when he gets his whole, so he won't get his whole level up from the stuff, right? And then I want to use Unspeakable Horror on him. I think that's pretty good. Pretty good place. I'm destroying this, bro. I'm destroying this dude. Like, I'm destroying him. By the way, that card right there, what's it called again? It's called Unspeakable Horror. This is really good for this deck, and it's an auto include if you want to play this deck, because it gives you free Nightfall calls. Because it gives you free Nightfall cards, and you want that for Nocturne. Now, a lot of times you're not even going to level up Nocturne, right? And that's what is sort of interesting about this deck, is a lot of times he's never going to be able to get leveled up, right? Because you have to attack with Nightfall allies. And that's where Rally comes in handy, is you'll get to attack many times with your Nightfall allies. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes you'll just get a full Demacia hand. I think Stygian is fine here. I'll do this. Give him, what is called? Vulnerable, yeah. Give him vulnerable, I think that's pretty good. Alright. I think doing this right here is pretty good. Got another Relentless Pursuit. I do have 3 of these in this deck, by the way. 3 Relentless Pursuits, so this is going to be a lot of attacks I'm going to be doing next turn. That means I can open attack, but I also can, yeah, I was going to say, I can open attack, but I can also attack, like, many more times. Like, he's just dead at that point. Alright guys, we're in the game. And when I tell you, I just went through waves upon waves of, like, annoying, just Yasuo decks. I literally just went through waves upon waves, like 2 or 3 games, where it was just Yasuo decks. I'm like, dude, I'm not winning this. And they just destroy me. Like they just destroy me. I'm not finding no Yasuo deck. Alright, so I made some changes before I got into this video, and as you can see, into this game, this second game, I made some changes, and one of the changes, as you can see, is I put Breastplate Protector in the deck, because it just fits well, right? So I put that in the deck, and I personally quite like that. It would be stupid to attack with Breastplate Protector, because you'll just get blocked out, and he'll be able to do whatever the hell he wants to my Breastplate Protector with 1 mana. He'll just be able to make it rain, like, straight up, right? I mean, he'll still do it, I imagine so, but, like, right now, let's make it rain, yeah, of course. But, at least, my Breastplate Protector is alive, and that's all that I care about. Now, he'll probably use something else to kill that as well, because it's, you know, you expect it from decks like this. It's literally Swain TF, one of the most toxic decks you can ever go against, so it's literally made for toxicity. When you think Azul is made for toxicity, this deck is made for that, actually made for that. So, understand that sooner or later, you know? Another change I made to this deck is I made Genevieve as a 1-of, because we're not going to need that many Genevieves. We're not going to need 2 or 3 or nothing like that. It was a 2-of before, but I don't really need a 2-of of that. That's actually really good. Does it make it rain? Oh, it does sand. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thanks to John Looker's pretty good here. Attack's gonna be pretty good. I'm fine if he blocks with the Zap Spayfin, actually. Now he's gonna want to block with the Zap Spayfin. I mean, Before then, he was like, you know what, maybe I'll block. Now you're gonna want to block with it. Alright, now block. My breast with your subscription. Block it, there we go. Good boy. Now, something I've been contemplating is, should I... There's two things with this deck. Like I said, it's still a new deck, so I'm still going to be updating it, so when you go check the link in the description and in the comments below, make sure you realize that, you know, it's still new, so I'm still updating it and playing it constantly. Like, all these decks are in my videos and stuff. Like, at least my recent videos. I be playing them and updating them, you know? I be doing that. You know, I'm not just sitting around not updating them. They're definitely getting updated. So... I'm looking for, right now, a low-cost card. I mean, Grizzly Ranger isn't that bad, but it's definitely not what I was looking for. At all. Like, and I mean, like, at all. I was not looking for that. But, interesting thing that I was going to look for doing, and it might be in the deck already, I don't know. But I was going to look into basically just making the deck more of, like, give it either card draw, well, it does have some card draw, but give it some card draw, as in Glimpse, which could be okay. But ultimately I don't really want that badly. But I could do that. Or I could, in fact, put more, let's say, how do you say it? Like, I put two, what's it called? It's called Relentless Pursuit, I think, yeah. I could put another Relentless Pursuit in this deck. That's another thing I could do. I'd like to kill this, please. This attack is pretty fine to me. It's a pretty good attack if you ask me. I mean, he'll block and get some. Yeah, he'll get some good blocks off. House Spider, blocking into it 3/2. Doombeast. I mean, it's pretty good. Right? Like, don't get me wrong. It's good, right? But I mean, not amazing for him because I'm still doing 3 damage. Like, he's letting me do 3 damage, and that's all I need to do. I only really need to do 3 damage. So as long as I'm doing damage with him, which is what I wanted, then I'm good. I'm good. I imagine I make it rain next turn. He's got to have so. How many has he used? 2? Or how many has he used? He's used 1. Just 1. 1, right? Yeah, so he's got to have another one. And there it is, right there. Just like I said. I said it. I said, you know what? He's probably got another one. And the sad thing about him is, I got another Grizzle Ranger. So what you gonna do about that, huh? Actually, he could do quite a lot about that, but hopefully, hopefully he doesn't do a lot about that. I'm just saying. Hopefully he doesn't. I hope that, you know, all above that he does not do anything to that. Please do not use your flock, deal 4, Ravenous Flock. Don't use it. He's gonna Ravenous Flock. That's literally Ravenous Flock, right? Well, what else would it be? Why would you need to think about that? It's Ravenous Flock, yeah, of course. Like, what? What are you doing? It's just Ravenous Flock. Why are you spending hours thinking about playing Ravenous Flock? It's right there. Like, come on. Like, yeah, of course you're gonna play it. Like, why are you thinking hours about that? He's gonna attack now? Well, I mean, he knows I'll block. I mean, he knows I'll skip block. I mean, why would I block that? It just seems stupid as hell. But, I think War Chef's... War Chef's is pretty good here. Because let's say he has his final Make It Rain, where he has more of his spells that do 1 damage, like fucking every Swing TF deck has so many spells that do 1 damage. But if he has another one of those, that's the reason I'm doing that. So I'm gonna play Nocturne here. Like I said, Nocturne, weirdly enough, he's just a finisher. He's not even in this deck for his whole level up form, because I don't really care about that, right? Think about it. I don't care, because I have to play a lot of Nightfall units. But why would I care about that, right? I don't even have many anyways. So he's used for his play effect, which is really insane with this deck.